percentage of salary, which is actually reimbursed, and then of course retirement incentive, which I'll get to afterwards. But I'm assuming that you should have this, you would have this list already before any cuts are recommended. So can I just ask why it wasn't something that was readily available to us?
Been initiated yet to get all of the positions in the county, of which ones are funded half. The information you have before you now, that was done with the department heads.
Rosanette, I would just like to say that question is probably better for the next. We're supposed to be discussing new hirings. Right now. We're going to move on. If there's no other questions, Lee?
You have to deal with disabled veteran layoff credits. You have to deal with 55B credits, I believe, correct? And all those positions are given a certain amount of seniority, whether you like it or whether you don't. And then you also have to deal with not only civil service, but you also have to deal with the individual negotiating unit's contract as to any language they have written in their contract as to layoffs and how it will proceed. Am I right, Mr. Gross?
You're correct.
Thank you very much.
We knew that we had this impending crisis coming up. It would seem to me that some of these positions have been vacant 2-3 years. If you would have just let attrition occur and not fill these positions, you wouldn't be looking to fire 50 people. On the other hand, after you've hired 145. And I think a lot more homework has to get done as to the whole picture of the budget, the whole pie. I think that has to get done in ways and means. I think this might be a little premature at this point. There are a lot of things that could be done that I haven't heard anything about.
Make every effort to work cooperatively with one another in making these decisions. So just pointing your fingers at others is not the way to go.
By a large amount, 400 to 500 layoffs, probably 500 layoffs, because 400 layoffs equates to $20 million. And we heard the presentations from O'Connor Davies. We heard it in the county exec's speech. We've heard it many times now. It's unfortunate. It really is.
It is.
We have a $21 million, let me just speak for a couple minutes. I'll try not to be too long. We have a $21 million fund balance. The county exec is proposing to cut into $10 million of that, which would be jobs otherwise. O'Connor Davies recommended that we don't cut into that $21 million fund balance. Okay, I wanted to get the process going. That's why I asked for these layoffs. I can appoint a mini task force, or we can do what you just suggested up there. But we still have to get there. But we're going to spend another month to talk about 50 jobs, when 2.5 months hence, we're going to be talking about 400 or 500 jobs. And I don't know any way around it. I am for one, am not going to vote for a deficit bond situation like Rockland County did. I am not going to vote for that, and I don't think there's a lot of legislators that will. And most of the legislators here won't vote for a piercing the cap. Maybe talk about 10%. I don't think anybody here is going to vote for that. I really don't. There are not many options. We've already looked to renegotiate a lot of contracts through Jim Burpo's office and other things. So what we're going to end up happening is the county exec is going to present us with a budget with 500 layoffs, and it's going to be, and we probably won't pass that budget, and then it's going to default back to the county exec's budget unless we override that with a veto. But the county exec's going to look like he's laying off all these positions, and it's not all on him. I mean, it's unfortunate, but these are the tough decisions that we have to make to be responsible.